Okay, people keep coming in, stuff keeps happening. This is like my sixth try. This is a review for Wearemovieclub. This week, the movie was chosen by the beautiful and talented Miss Jenna K. Somehow that sounds creepy when I say it, but when Conservatory calls people pretty lass, it comes off as charming. Oh well, I'll get over it. This week we are asked to watch the movie The Decoy Bride. It's a 2011 Scottish romantic comedy. And David Tennant plays a guy who has a cute blonde with him, and he dumps her for a snarky woman in a wedding dress. If only the blonde's last name was Tyler. Oh, wait, it is? Oh, that's unique and original. That was a Doctor Who reference. Anyways, David Tennant plays an author named James Neil Arbor. He wrote one book called The Ornithologist's Wife and is engaged to the most famous movie star and possibly the most famous person in the world, Laura Taylor. They've tried several times to get married, but every time they do, paparazzi show up at the wedding, including one time where a guy was hiding in Oregon, peeing in soda bottles, waiting for the wedding. So they decide to go have their wedding on the site of David Tennant's only book, The Island of Heg in Scotland. Small little island, and there is Katie, our soon-to-be love interest, obviously. She recently broke up with her fiancé and has given up on men. Well, when Laura and David Tennant get there, Laura sees the paparazzi guy. He apparently hacked into their travel plans, found out where they were going to be, and got himself there in a rowboat. Because you can row places in Scotland? I don't know how that works, but it worked for him. So she runs off. In order to get rid of the paparazzi, her support staff come up with a brilliant idea of finding the only single girl in all of the island, Katie, to pretend to be the bride. And it fools the photographer enough, but it doesn't fool David Tennant. He immediately finds out what's going on and wants to go run and look for Laura. The assistants can't have this, so they lock the two in a room together. The castle they're in, turns out that it was actually in horrible shape and they had to rebuild the thing from the ground up. It's mostly styrofoam, so they're able to escape. When they do, they find paparazzi everywhere. Turns out Katie's mom is a big reader of rag mags, as we call them in America. And she, what the fuck do they really call them? I don't know. But she's reads all celebrity magazines, recognized David Tennant, and decides to call every magazine, every reporter she can find, and sell the story to them. David Tennant thinks it's Katie and is mad at her until they run into the mom and she's like, yeah, it was me. So they start their little nugget of love. They get a little bit of love. He runs off to go find Laura and runs into this cute deaf couple who thinks he's Katie's dad, who used to be a famous bagpipe player. And they're deaf and they can't hear his music. He pretends to play anyways, and it's all cute. She sees him being so nice and falls even more in love with him. but he's in love with Laura. So she agrees to figure out a way to annul their marriage, because apparently they're really married because they signed a ledger with their real names. I'm not sure how that works, but it's how it works in this movie. And also in this movie, the island has vague made-up laws that are recognized by the federal government, because why not? But they get divorced. He goes, meets up with Laura in the place where the characters in his first book originally kissed, and Kitty wanders off alone and sad, travels the country with her mother to fulfill her dying wish. I'm not going to ruin the total ending, but that's basically the movie. Okay, overall review. I'm sorry, but I liked it. I know I'm not supposed to like movies. I'm supposed to be mean and miserable and be like, blah, it's an original crap, blah, but every American movie I've seen with the same plot, they make the fiance a bitch. She's either rich and famous and ignores him, or she's cheating on him, or he's rich and she's just using him, or something. And she's horrible and hates him, but in this, she's a perfectly fine human being, a perfectly good person. They just weren't meant to be together. And she finds who she's meant to be with. He finds who he's meant to be with. They both are happy. They both love who they're with. And everyone's a good person. And that doesn't happen in American movies. There always has to be a reason for the guy to leave her. Or sometimes for the girl to leave him, when they just do a gender swap of the same story. But in this, no, we were meant to be. We both agree on that. Let's go with the one we're supposed to live. So I like that part. This movie's just so darn cute and charming, and I liked it. And I feel bad, but I liked it. Yeah. Thanks for the pick. I'll put Jenna's description for her video in the description. You can watch her review, find out who she picked next, and link through to find out what movie is next on the list. Thank you for watching, and I'll try to do better next time.